You can't date with the same approach and then wonder why you're getting the same results. Nobody talks about how sleeping around is hurting women more than helping them. And if you've ever felt drained, used, or emotionally attached to the wrong man, then this is why. Most women don't realize how casual intimacy is keeping them stuck in cycles of heartbreak and low self-worth. Let's be so for real. A man does not have to like you to sleep with you. A man does not have to like you to be in a relationship with you. And a man does not have to like you to be married to you. Women around the world need this conversation, and I definitely did too, which is why I made it. And let me be clear, it is your body and your choice. Religion is not at all where I am coming from in this conversation either. I have done my research, so you're gonna want to stay until the end. Here's today's chapters on the screen. You can also navigate the chapters down below. Hi, my name is Jessie Milani. I've been celibate for 2 years for many reasons. I find it to be very liberating to choose yourself. But let's talk about the real benefits of abstinence and how it can save you from making a mistake that you might regret. Y'all know I always have my notes. So oxytocin is released during sex, as we all know. Oxytocin doesn't affect men the same way that it does with women. And this is why a man can immediately detach from a woman after, his release. The crazy thing is that women feel addicted to men that they're in situationships with, or that are completely emotionally unavailable. A connection with somebody that they know deep down is not good for them. Let's talk about the feeling of a woman feeling empty, used, taken advantage of. If a man ghosts you, is emotionally unavailable, does not reciprocate the bond, and dopamine is that feel good receptor in our brain. How dopamine works is a woman who is experiencing what I just said is going to keep looking for that high. So looking for that intimacy to get that again. This can become a cycle of seeking that intimacy and trying to get that feeling of that high again, which is only going to lead to repeated heartbreak and repeated cycles that are not serving you. You can be decreasing your chances of having the partner of your dreams, a good, healthy, masculine provider. Because if you bond with low quality or emotionally unavailable men, your brain, what it does is it's going to start to normalize that. It's going to start to tolerate that behavior. When you are exposing yourself to men that are no good for you in horrible ways and in mildly bad ways, it reduces your chance of knowing how to seek a healthy mate long term. Repeated casual intimacy actually rewires the brain so much to the point that it can make it harder to feel fulfillment in future relationships. So going back to the psychology of all of this one I gotta put on screen because I need you to read this with me. If a woman repeatedly engages with men who are emotionally unhealthy, abusive, or carry generational trauma, this can influence her stress response, hormone regulation, and even impact future children. Stress, trauma, and toxic relationships can alter genetic expression, making the body more prone to anxiety and depression, hormone imbalances, infertility issues, increased cortisol, the stress hormone. Because you have been in situations with toxic men, you begin to subconsciously pick up on bad genetics. And so if you are chemically bonded to the wrong men, is how you end up vetting and finding yourself in relationships with men that don't deserve you. Casual sex can even affect your type. So if you repeatedly engage with men that are toxic, emotionally unavailable, manipulative, disrespectful, then your brain will rewire to make you attracted to them, to the men that have those traits. So this is why you'll see some women online, literally, I have seen this many times, say, I like it, I like them toxic. That is because they are not just attracted by it, they are conditioned to that. Education is extremely empowering. So now you're going to be able to identify healthy masculinity instead of dysfunction. And it increases your self-worth and your discernment. So now you are way less likely to settle, because we don't settle. Abstinence is not just avoiding heartbreak, okay? It is about you being on your own empowered journey of aligning yourself with the woman that it is that you are becoming and want to become and embody, and the type of man that you dream of being with one day, if that is your dream here. By stepping away from casual sex, you are protecting your emotions, but you're also protecting your health, your legacy, and your future babies. You go from laying down on your back for him to laying down on your back at the doctor to make sure that you're okay, and then you have to anticipate your results. Abstinence has its health benefits. You don't have to worry about STDs, no pregnancy scares, or how it's messing with your hormones. Okay, chapter 2. So a study in the Journal of Sex Research discovered that people who have had casual intimacy have experienced increased levels of anxiety and depressive episodes because of needs that were not met and the feeling of regret after. This is something that I have experienced in the past, and a huge reason as to why I am abstinent, because that feeling is absolutely terrible, especially like when you have been abstinent for, a certain amount of time, months, you've just been focused on you, and then you end up having something casual with somebody. I personally have never had a one-night stand before, and I'm talking about my experience, a situationship with somebody, talking, getting to know somebody. In society, in music, sleeping around is empowering. I don't catch feelings. I have needs that need to be fulfilled. Like, it is always leaving out the negative effects. There are women who can do that and be emotionally detached. There are women like me who cannot do that, will think I won't be emotionally attached because why would I? And then you are. And it is because of the science behind it. Oxytocin is literally the bonding hormone. But abstinence is such a way to have freedom from emotionally draining situations and experiences. You're now avoiding partners who don't align with your values, your goals, where you want to be in life, what it is that you even want in a partner, their energy, their lifestyle, hygiene. A lot of that stuff might not even align. It is also a spiritual journey. You are so much more focused on yourself, and you can think clearly and be at peace when you're not mixing your spirit with somebody else's. You feel lighter, you feel more grounded. Step 3, celibacy can give you the time to detach and reflect on your past relationships, partners that you have been with, and this is something that can be a very painful process at times, because that oxytocin can just bond you and make you just constantly keep thinking about your ex. Like, it's not I'm ready to move on, but because of science and chemicals and hormones and all of this stuff, it delays that healing process. So it's like, well, I want nothing to do with this person and I'm just done. It can still be a very difficult process to fully detach, and I think a lot of the times we feel a lot of guilt and shame, and I'm speaking from experience, when we think about this person, when we want to talk to them so badly, when we want to vent to them and just call them, unblock them, talk to them, but you have to be so committed when you are trying to detach from somebody and really thug it out and find other ways to cope with that feeling and to not go back, because the mind's very powerful. It can take you down a path that you already intended for yourself that you would not go down again, but next thing you know, he comes see you and you're right back at it. And so, especially when you are in toxic, unhealthy, bad relationships that involve manipulation and toxicity, sex can make it extremely hard to detach from them. So hard that it can amplify the attachment that you have with this person, and it's no wonder why you know that they are no good for you, but you just can't make everybody happy around you who know you need to break free, because you're just like, damn, I'm so attached to this person. I'm gonna share something a little personal here. But literally after intimacy with the last guy that I was with, I was just like, I just felt like I was on cloud 9. I share that to share how this science stuff is so real, because bruh, the way I would feel attached immediately, like boom, it'd be a while, didn't talk for a while, do it, attached all over again. it was like hitting a reset button. When you're on this journey or beginning this journey and you're reflecting on the past, it can make you feel very regretful. You know, when I started to learn about provider men and, you know, all of that whole conversation, watching Shira, I began to feel so much regret and to feel so stupid for the things that I didn't know. You know, a lot of like this stuff is so generational, like so much womb trauma, relationship trauma, an issue, and when we know better, we do better. And so I hope so far this is giving you freedom as to how you have been feeling when it comes to a past partner. I know, like, doing this video and what it took on the back end to make it happen, the research, it definitely freed me a lot. It made me feel more, you know, empowered in my decision. If you are enjoying this video so far, make sure you hit that like button. Men can be a distraction, and it's not even about hating men. When you're focused on a man, especially the wrong one, you lose yourself. You lose focus on yourself, your goals. You even lose your spark. I try to not be so much about hyper individualism, but I do think that certain periods in our life call for being with ourselves, being single. All that energy can be going towards you, your goals, bettering yourself, leveling up, glowing up, your healing, your hobbies, your journey of femininity, attracting a divine, healthy, masculine provider partner.
It's simple. He don't like you. He don't call you. He don't like you. He don't keep his word. He don't like you. He's inconsistent. He has someone else. He only calls you when he wants something. He's using you. He starts random arguments. He's cheating on you. He's not investing in you. You're not worth the investment. Never met his family. You're not the one. Been with your guy 5+ years. No ring. No marriage. He's still searching. You're a placeholder. Men are not complicated. They're very easy to know. Men don't talk with their words, they talk with their actions.
When we understand how men work, how our bodies work, we understand safety and how to get the outcomes that we desire to the fullest, that is when we step into a frequency of being empowered. You set the tone. How you start these relationships sets the tone. If he didn't have to do anything to get you, he didn't have to court you, he didn't have to do nothing but turn your sweet ears on and get in between your thighs, that will lower your value to him, not your value as who you are as a woman. He needs to feel like he earned that. And if he doesn't feel like that, he's not going to tell you that. A guy knows if he wants to take you seriously. A guy knows how you want to be treated because you keep telling him, you keep crying about it.
He don't like you. You're just convenient. He does not like you. You are just convenient, but you're accessible. You're cheap. He doesn't have to buy you shit. He knows that if it's late enough that you don't require much. And this is the thing. You're taking it easy on him because you actually like him. And that's why you're making yourself accessible. That's why you're lowering your standards, because you like him and he's taking advantage of it, but he don't like you. He doesn't take you anywhere. He doesn't try to even plan anything. He doesn't even take you out to eat. He thinks that you are amused by the fact that he's willing to pull up. And then he's not only pulling up, but he's pulling up and giving you some mediocre sex at that. He doesn't take you to dinner. He doesn't make you feel special. What is the point of the relationship existing?
You got to be sick of the things that you are just constantly putting yourself through. I have learned so much from listening to women, from realizing the mistakes that I've made in the past, how certain decisions that I made brought me to certain outcomes. Right now, I'm focused on me. It's so peaceful here. I have no drama. I'm excited to stick to my commitment with myself because for what? I need to keep the chase, 1, and 2, stay committed to this path of abstinence. I also feel like not unless you are embodying everything that it is that you want in a partner, then will you be ready to begin to attract that partner. I am on my journey, reconnecting with all that I know about the power of the mind and quantum leaping. But when I do get into another relationship, just know that that guy is that guy. I am being wooed, wowed, courted, taken care of, provided for. I've never been somebody that's been in back-to-back relationships, but I have had so many level ups due to these long periods that I go in between the relationships that I've had to really just focus on myself and just take life to the next level. You know, this journey is very much worth it. I got myself something to celebrate 2 years of being celibate. It's like a raspberry fruit something. Look. This is to me and all women how much inherent value that we have, and I'm just so proud of myself for learning the power of all that I have learned. The lessons that I have gained, the weeds that I have gone through are all bringing me to become the woman that it is that I am meant to become one day, and it is going to align me with the man of my dreams. There is nothing that I could not have in this world. Ready? So if you are feeling stuck, drained, or in any sort of toxic situation, this might be your sign to step back and to focus on you. Focus on the woman that you are creating this identity of, because you're becoming her, and to focus on creating the type of relationships that it is that you want to have in your life. So share this video with somebody that you think you might need it. If you stayed until the end, hit that like button, subscribe to my channel. I would love for you to comment down below. Let me know your thoughts. Where are you in your journey? How long have you been abstinent for? Are you celibate? What are your thoughts on this conversation? Because I'd love to talk to you down below. You can find me on Instagram at Jessie Milani. You can add me on TikTok at JessieMilani_. So if you stayed up until this part, I love you so much. I can't wait to see you in the next video. I love you, bestie. Bye.